In our company, out of 1,100 soldiers, well, 1,100 soldiers in the whole battalion, our company had about 65 or 68 of us, and only 60 of us came back. So we had the most deaths in our company out of the whole battalion. And out of our whole brigade, out of 1,100 soldiers, over 250 of us died that year.
God. So the government got you for 8 years, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And you ended up back here, Connecticut. You're with Soldier Solutions now.
Yep.
Let's dive right in. Guys, I want to introduce you to my buddy Edwin. Last few years you were Iraq?
2005. I was in
2005.
Iraq, yeah. Got out in 2009.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it was pretty interesting.
So let's talk a little bit about your background. Why'd you go into the service?
Well, at the time I was in college, and I wasn't thinking about the service at the time. But 14 years of football, after that, you know, you get tired of the same thing over and over again. So I just thought of something new. Why not the Army?
Gotcha.
You know?
Was it everything that you hoped and dreamed it would be?
The military training, I love the military training, and everything about the military is perfect. I would have been a lifer. But going overseas, you know, you start seeing a little bit of things that, you know, you don't really like think about, you know, and then things you start finding out about, you know, things that are happening and stuff like that. You just don't agree with the whole situation. So, you know, when I came back, decided to like just move on and get away from the military.
So what are you doing now?
So I work full-time with Soldier Solutions, and I love it. The most thing that I do like about Soldier Solutions is, I guess, training service dogs for combat veterans. Because I actually experienced, when I came back from Iraq, I had a friend actually commit suicide in the same company. Yeah. So I understand about, you know, having the dogs, about having that companion and having someone there to, like, you know, keep you going.
No doubt.
So that's what really caught my eye when it came into to Soldier Solutions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you were a combat engineer in Iraq, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk good day, bad day, man. Where do you want to start?
Good day, flying in the C-130, you know, first experience ever. That was pretty cool. Also in helicopters, they had us in missions in helicopters, which I was never trained in. So I was very surprised that they had us doing QRF, quick reaction force stuff, when we were never even trained in that. But,
Jeez.
you know, you're trained that day and all of a sudden you're trained forever, you know. That's the way the military works.
That's crazy.
But those were the good days. Those were fun, you know, flying with the helicopter rides, having them, like, trying to make us throw up and stuff, doing all this. Like, those are the fun days. But the bad days, of course, when, you know, when one of ours get killed in action or an accident happens, those are the bad days when you have to hear about those things. Or even when your company actually goes through it too. So, I mean, I could talk about the worst days.
Please.
Well, the worst days is when, in our company, out of 1,100 soldiers, well, 1,100 soldiers in the whole battalion, our company had about 65 or 68 of us, and only 60 of us came back. So we had the most deaths in our company out of the whole battalion. And out of our whole brigade, out of 1,100 soldiers, over 250 of us died that year.
God.
We had about 3 of the most bloodiest months, or 4 of the most bloodiest. It's been a while, but yeah, it was, yeah.
I don't think people can process that. You know, I don't think they could. We hear this as numbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 22 a day, example.
Yeah.
People debate about that number. Oh, it's really 19. Oh, it's really 27. Like, isn't 1 too many?
1 is too many, and 22 is just the average. Sometimes it's more. You know, it could be 40 a day, and nobody knows.
But I just don't think people can wrap their head around a number like 250 people who are killed over there. I mean, when you think about how many people you engage with and interact with every single day, for most people, it's far less than that.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine they're all gone. And I just don't think people have made, it's almost like we're so distant from Iraq and Afghanistan right now because it's not the focal point of the news. The focal point of the news right now is Republicans versus Democrats, left versus right. Everyone in America hates everyone in America, and we're so far removed from it. What do you hope people take away from hearing these stories?
I mean, each story is different, and people take it in the way they do. But everything can be learned from no matter what. Every story can be learned from. You know, it's someone's experience, older, younger. The younger you are, the more experience you have, doesn't mean that, you know, just by age makes you that age. You're actually more experienced and more mature when it comes to that age, you know what I mean? With all that experience. So when it comes to the left, right, whoever disagrees with the military, it's not the military men who decide to go overseas, do all this stuff. We're just there to protect America from the threats, the possible threats. But whatever the, you know, of course, politics, whatever they want to use the military for, that's on them. That's on them. It's not on us. And we have to go because we signed a contract.
Right.
We signed a contract to obey. And of course, if there's orders that you don't agree to, there's actually laws that protect you from not agreeing to those type of, you know, over-exceeding rules.
Right.
So you can actually, you know, protect yourself in any way possible and always say no to a certain thing that is unlawful.
Yep.
So, you know, there are ways a person can actually protect themselves in the military as well.
No doubt.
You know, but yeah, people should actually learn from these the American soldiers that actually has been overseas, veterans, even some law enforcement or even, you know, FBI agents, CIA agents. People always talk about certain things. You can always get a learning experience no matter what by just talking to somebody and getting their feel for things.
No doubt, man.
You know?
What do you wish that more people knew when it came to veterans?
Well, across the board, all types of people, all types of, Democrats, Republicans, whoever you want to call it. If it wasn't for the veterans, none of them would be here.
True story.
So they should also be supporting our veterans, no matter what.
No doubt. We're in a pretty divided society these days, and when you signed that paper, you didn't sign that paper to go fight for a party.
Nope.
You went over there for America, and that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it comes down to. I think people
Well
forget
said.
that.
Yeah.
They forget that. Guys, thank you all for watching. Thanks for hitting the share button on this video. God bless America.